Could it be that they are trying to use Tinubu to infiltrate Niger to achieve the goals for France, when it is obvious that it is America that has trained the soldiers in Niger, and those soldiers have engaged in that coup, and now that the coup has taken place, we now have Russia coming in to take advantage through the Wagner group? Now, all of these are happening. It's an interplay of world power against world power. And they want to use Tinubu to drive their agenda, and Tinubu is falling for it. Tinubu is considering it. You know, I was wondering why they made Tinubu the chairman of ECOWAS, but now it's becoming clear that they want to use Tinubu to achieve their own agenda, particularly France. But let me warn Tinubu again, like many Nigerians have done. Look, the whole Abuja does not have air defense system. We don't have air defense system. Our jets are second generation jets, so at the best, the Tucanos. Tucanos that America sold to us are second generation, first generation fighter jets. We are talking about Russia that has fifth and sixth generation fighter jets. Jets that can, the Sukhoi S-75s, that can counter the S-35 Lightning, F-35 Lightning and the F-22 Raptors. We're talking about fighter jets that can counter these fifth generation, sixth generation fighter jets that Nigeria does not have. If they shoot a missile from the borders of Niger and target Nigeria in the event of a military intervention in Niger, which air defense system do we have? Do we even have air raid siren? We don't have air raid siren. You see what happens in Israel. You see what happens in Ukraine. When there is a bomb threat, a missile threat, you see siren goes on and you hear, whoa, whoa. Do we have it in Abuja? Do we have it in Nigeria? We don't. Do we have air raid sirens? Do we have air defense system? We don't. The Patriot system, the Iron Dome, do we have? We don't have. So which means that if they shoot a missile from the borders of Nigeria into Nigeria, we are done for. I'm not disputing the fact that we can do damage to them, but it will be bloodied nose on both sides. We'll do damage to them, they can do damage to us, particularly considering the fact that not just that they are backed by the Wagner group of Russia, but by the fact that you have Burkina Faso joining them, you have Mali joining them, you have Guinea joining them. So it will be a war of brother against brother. So yes, you have the military might. ECOWAS has the military might. Nigeria has the military might to bloody their nose. But of course, if they go guerrilla warfare style, the way Afghanistan did to US, the way Afghanistan did to Russia, the way Vietnam did to America, the way Iran is dealing with America right now, if they go guerrilla warfare style, we'll be in that battle for years. And that will be draining our economy. Money that we don't have to do developmental projects, we'll be spending it on war. And in spending that money on war, you'll find out that that money actually goes back to the military industrial complex in these Western countries. Think, Tinubu. I know they say that if you go to war and the tribunal overturns your victory at the election and you are removed as president, then you can use the excuse of war to declare no election. Stop thinking like that, because if you do that, there will be no country to even rule over. Because aside the fact that you will unleash terrorism, all the terrorism that are hiding and lurking around the dark shadows in West Africa will be let loose. Apart from that, you will now be contending with forces of the Niger army, the Burkina Faso army, the Mali army, the Guinean army. You contend with those forces, backed with the Wagner forces. Then on top of that, you will now also be contending with internal revolt, internal revolution, because the people who have felt hard done by will resort to self-help. There will be no country to govern or to rule. So it is in your own best interest to just let sleeping dogs lie. Look at the people in Niger. They are rejoicing. They are rejoicing. So leave them. When it is our turn, when the court rules and removes you, if you refuse to go, we will revolt. We will protest, and the world will see that we don't want you. So at some point I was thinking that, okay, maybe we should allow you to invade them, so that if you too refuse to leave when the tribunal removes you, we can now say ECOWAS should invade Nigeria. But of course, ECOWAS cannot invade Nigeria because 70% of the funding of ECOWAS comes from Nigeria. So that is the no. Don't invade. But when you refuse, if you refuse, we will protest and reject you publicly so that the whole world can see. Stop playing to the dictates and the likes and the wants of the IMF and the World Bank. Stop playing to it. It will not help us.